Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, is probably one of the best videos out there right now because it's October, so we're gonna read a thriller and a couple other books. So I don't know what we're gonna read yet, so let's decide what's on my shelf. Did I read this? Yeah. I have? I'll have to read it again. I have a handful of books, but we're only going to do 3 for this video. We have Lisa Jewell. None of this is true. I heard a lot of good things about this. This was really popular, I think like 2 years ago. Lisa Jewell, I loved almost every single one of her books. It's actually the one author I really liked before I fully got into reading. I also have by her The Family Remains. Don't know so much about this. No one really talks about this one. I also have Immortal Dark. Have no idea what this one's about either. This says no soul can enter without an invitation. That sounds fun. The only thing is I just finished reading a demon book and it was dark romance and I wasn't a huge fan of it. And then I have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Lots of people raved about this. This would actually be my first, is it my first book by Ali Hazelwood? Yeah, I think this would be my very first Ali Hazelwood read. I don't know. I don't know what I'm in the mood for, and I'm a big mood reader. And then I have Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. I've never heard of this author, but it looked good, and obviously I picked it up because it had good ratings on Goodreads. To me, this is the most intriguing one. You know what? I can also look up Kindle, unlimited Kindle reads. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do, you guys. I'm gonna read 1 thriller, 1 dark romantasy. Not like dark romance, but like one set in the settings of Halloween, I guess. And then the 3rd one will be like a dark romance. Here are the 3 books that I am going to be reading in this video for the month of October. So, as our dark romance, I am going to be reading Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. Everybody's raving about this. And I'm going to read as our thriller, Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. And last but not least, my favorite genre, romantasy. What is a good romantasy without a vampire? Now the decision to decide what do I read first. So I think I'm gonna start with Tell Me What You Did. It looks so good. There's a girl in the window, so I don't know, you guys. We'll start with this. It's already 8:09 and I'm just now starting this book. Everybody's in bed. Today was insanely busy. I didn't even mean for it to be busy. Like, I planned my day a whole different way. Things popped up and I was like, okay, I guess this is today. So now we get to read this book. I'm quite excited. Of course, I have my highlights. We're gonna pick out my highlights together. Ooh. That's my only source of light right now because I forgot yesterday when I was reading, this was like dim. Like it just slowly kept dying down. I forgot to put it on the charger, so it's on the charger now. Okay, there we go. Hey, that's a little better, isn't it? But it's freaking blinding me. Let's start reading. What we know is her name is Poe. My head's going to Poe from Teletubbies. She does like a podcast thing on like a live stream where anybody can pick up on her podcast and ask her questions or whatnot, but it's through videos, so they have to show their face. She's doing it because her mother died and she's trying to find the killer. Her podcast is a crime podcast. I am so lost. This book is called Tell Me What You Did. Is her name Poe? Have I lost my mind already? What? Chapter 1, it was like a transcript between her and a guy named Ian. He was asking her questions like, what's your name? How old are you? Tell me what you did. But that was just chapter 1. Chapter 2 stated she was a girl. What? I still have it, obviously, charging. Bless you. And I'm using it as my light. But is that a fire hazard? Like, I'm kind of nervous, but I need light. Maybe I'll just go like this. Poe is being interrogated by somebody else on her own podcast, is what it seems like. Some man that she knows is being held captive because she's asking to see him, but he says, soon, I'll let you see him soon, and continues to ask questions like she does during her podcast. And this guy might be like a stalker of some sort, or maybe this guy could have been the one who murdered her mother. Good morning, it's the next day. I am just cleaning, getting stuff done around the house. I read a couple chapters this morning with my morning tea, of course. What I read last night and then this morning was, I honestly don't know what the plot could be, because he's just told us supposedly who killed the mom, but she doesn't believe. And now she's about to have a live stream with him, and she just confessed to her father. The only thing that I feel like the plot twist could be is whoever he's captured. You know, of course, when reading thrillers, I think of everything. I think of every character that's mentioned, and could it be them? So she loves this guy who is her like helper through this podcast and everything, but he's also her love interest. They were together for some time, but he knows that she's holding back a secret, which I know the secret because it's stated in the beginning. She just doesn't feel comfortable confessing. In my head, I'm like, is it him? Could it be him? Honestly, I have no idea at this point. I don't even know where the plot's gonna go. Hold on. The dad had his own confession after throwing glass because he didn't want to hear the rest of her story because he was too scared. Obviously, being a crime podcast, she has to have precautionary cautions, hold on, set in place. So she has like alarm system set up. She's always constantly observing. She's in her office trying to get work done. Her dad is living with her for right now because of safety precautions. She sees one set, like her mom's picture frame is not at the right angle that it always is. And I don't know if she's just OCD or whatnot. And she's like, me, I'd be losing my shit. So she kind of brushes it off, but it's still in the back of her mind. As she's talking to her dad, trying to tell her side of the story, it's in the back of her mind that the picture frame was off. If I was so OCD that I made sure everything was in its place, especially the photo of my mother that I look at every day when I'm in my office and it's slightly moved, but I don't recall ever doing that. I live alone. You bet your bottom dollar I'd be on the hunt. I'd probably be tearing through the walls trying to look, because I'd be scared shitless. Or I just call the cops and have them do all that shit. The dad had a confession and I'm like, I didn't see that coming.
Dark and Teletubbies, Tinky Winky, Dipsy, and motherfucking
She was asked by another person who I suspect is a little fishy. She asked this person, like, how does it feel because this person was once in a crime situation where her father was killed and she was stabbed multiple times, but she lived through it. So of course, needing guidance, Poe went to this girl asking, what would you say to help me?
Well, don't trust anybody.
So the girl asked her, who do you trust? And she goes, my dad. And then she goes, anybody else? And she's all sitting there thinking, no. But just now, she's talking about how, like, she's confessing that she loves him. But how can you love somebody if you don't trust them? The book is done. Right now, how I feel about it is I did suspect a lot of it. And when I read thrillers, I want it to be where, like, it totally goes across my mind. But because I predicted this, I don't know. It was a fun read. I wouldn't pick it up to read it again. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna give this book a 3-star rating. Okay, now we have to pick my next read, but I think we'll do that tomorrow because I still have a headache and I have to finish dinner. Okay, my headache is gone. I think I just needed some food instead of waiting till tomorrow. I feel the need to read tonight. Should we do like one of those things on Google? What does it say? Immortal Dark. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted that. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys can't see. Seek mind above blood, and if you must bleed, use it as ink. Okay, content warning. Immortal Dark explores the savage world of vampires and humans who try to survive it. It features some heavy elements such as parental abuse, blood drinking, death, gore, murder, sexual content, strong language, suicide ideation, and violence. Readers, please take note before you grab your invitation. Ooh, the gates of XOXO University are now open. Wow. That's a big map full of words. It's already started with the death. Good morning, everybody. I read up to there. On Fable that says like 17%. So let me talk to you about it before we keep reading because I'm actually really enjoying it, and so I've gathered notes, information, so I can share with all you lovely besties. Right off the bat, Kydrin does not like vampires, and that's because her Aunt Celia embedded that in her because her Aunt Celia was within the XOXO University. Now, if you didn't see the map, the XOXO University, you can always go back and pause to look at it, but it looks like a gated community, and that's where it's humans and vampires together. Outside of the community, it's just humans. So Aunt Celia took Kydrin and June, which are her nieces. Kydrin and June are sisters. Took them out. Also, her sister June is missing, and Kydrin believes that it's a vampire who took her sister. Now it's been told to Kydrin that June is at XOXO University. So Aunt Celia went back to XOXO, tried to find June. Turns out Aunt Celia's dead. Kydrin and June and Aunt Celia all are part of the same home because of their last name. Within the gated community of XOXO University, around the gate are homes. Within the homes are families, humans. These humans have a variety, a quantity amount of vampires. So because Aunt Celia is supposedly dead and June is missing, that means Kydrin is the next kin to take the family home. The dean of XOXO comes, finds Kydrin, tells her, you're the next kin, it is yours if you want it. But if she goes, she has to go to XOXO University and she has to pass course on humans and Drakens. That's how I pronounce it. Drakens are vampires. If she doesn't take the home, which she can deny it, then the home automatically goes to the family Draken. The dean and Kydrin do not want this said vampire to take over the home. There are two homes in the community that make up their own rules. All the other homes are on the same rules based upon the dean. So no one wants this vampire to be in control of the home. She's never even met this vampire, but she's heard of this vampire. You and I, we love bad vampires. So of course, she has to stay in the home, live with said vampire for at least 28 days to make sure he does not get the home. And then she can leave. Gets there, she's introduced to this vampire. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to say the name, honestly. Okay, so when I read it within the book, I pronounce it as Susenos Sagan, and most of the time he's only referred as his last name, but every time I read his first name, I just want to say sus because he's super sus. Now this home has a secret, and so does this vampire. The only one to uncover these secrets can be Kydrin. She's asked the dean said no, only you. She's asked the family cook, which is Ititi. She said no, it can only be you. So now I'm excited to find out everything. So let's read. Sus and I keep shaking the freaking table. Sus and Kydrin do not like each other any kind of way. They want each other. He wants her gone. She wants him dead. She believes one of the girls that is supposedly like her mentor is also a student, but she has this deep feeling that it's possibly June in disguise. She saw her name is, I say ramen, to be honest, but it's ramen and sus together. They're playing tricks on each other. I hope this is the slowest slow burn of my life. Look, I don't want them together until around this much. I want them to keep bickering, fighting, all the things. Not ramen, not ramen! We suspect sus is a suspect. What? She did not. Yes. Holy shit. She got his ass back. Page 312, so I don't have very much to go, so I'm hoping I'll finish it today at some point. They are like now helping each other, Sus and Kydrin, and she's still trying to find her sister, even though like deep down she's decided that she's drifting apart from finding June and that there's more than just June. They don't even talk about if they like each other or not. But they've had a couple incidents where, of course, he's a vampire and she's the last member of the house. So he can only suck blood from her, basically. She's the only kin. The vampires in this world, when they suck blood, depending on the location of the body, it shows a side, like she could see into his mind of whatever it shows, and he could see into her mind. We still think he's sus, though. He's definitely still sus. I'm on page 60, or... I'm on chapter 16. I have my Apple Jacks that I'm just snacking on because I got so dizzy. What's that called when people have, before you have diabetes, you get, before it's confirmed you're diabetic, but you end up feeling like you're gonna pass out. Sometimes you do if you don't get to sugar fast enough. But I think I have that. My twin sister has that, so no need to go get blood work. I hate giving blood. So I'm just gonna say that I am. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I do fear that I'm lost. Yeah, that's bound to happen when reading fantasy, but to lose it towards the end of the book, I don't know. Oh my god. I knew he was sus. I knew he was sus. You can't trust anybody. Nobody. Why did he call her my love? I'm dying over trying to understand. Is Kydrin a vampire? All done. Did not expect that to be the ending. Honestly, kind of upset because I mean, Kydrin finally had peace with it and then it shows up. They did not show any like love connection like that, but literally there wasn't really love. No romantasy. But I did enjoy it. It really started off so good. I think I'm just gonna rate it a 3.5. Now we're on to dark romance. Everybody that has read this on Instagram and TikTok are raving about this book, so do not let me down. I really hope we are not, y'all know me, and if you don't, you're gonna know me. I do not read the back of the book because I want to go in blind. And I'm not even finished through chapter 1 and we already have somebody that she dislikes. In my head, dark romance is enemies to lovers. I love a dark romance where he's aggressive, he's forceful, he's wanting, he's yearning, right? And she's hiding her feelings. Like she wants it too, but she's hiding it so good she hates him to pieces. She wants nothing to do with him, right? But at the same time, her body rejects her. I hope to God the main male character is not who I just met. Don't ever call a girl the B word. Of course the fucking guy has a nice ass car. It's him. I can already tell. This took a turn. She was in the car talking to him while he's driving her home. Before he showed up, like some guy approached her at the bar because she was waiting outside. Asked her if she had like a lighter or something like that to smoke. And then he started catcalling her and she's like, ew, like gross, you know. And then of course Dean pulls up. Well, flashing lights come on as they're talking and pull off to the side. Turns out it's that guy. You can guess the next portion. This book is like a different type of dark romance than the type that like I'm used to and that I love and I enjoy. But it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like it. They're captured by some crazy psychopath. I'm assuming they end up falling for each other. They've known each other for freaking 15 years. To be captured together, I'm sure it's gonna open up their hearts to one another. Good morning. Still in bed, but I'm about to get up. What I wanted to say, I could have finished this book last night, but you know when you get to that point where your eyes just slowly close and then you shoot back up and you try to read and then you're like, this is a bad idea because I'm gonna forget it. So I had to stop. Back at it with the Apple Jacks. I had so much stuff to do today and it's now 2 o'clock. I'm gonna sit and read. I started to read on our drive back. We had to stop at the grocery store for a couple things and it mentioned something and I'm like, wait, I need to be in the right mindset. I need to be home. I need to be comfortable. So here we are now. Oh, this story is actually quite sad. I don't like Cora's sister. After everything that happened, I get it. They didn't tell the family every little thing that happened, just the gist of it. They shouldn't have to. It doesn't matter how long it takes for someone to get over a traumatic experience. In reality, they'll never get it out of their head. Just like Mandy doesn't understand. Mandy's like, look, I haven't seen you. It's been 6 weeks. I want you. I love you. She's pissing me off. Guys, since the first day at school when she showed up, he knew she had to be the one. He looked at her and literally said, an angel walked in, and then started planning out their future together in his head. Mama! What? It's not over, but... His. Whose? Oh. I was like, he. Mandy didn't go after his best friend, did she? I'm 91% through the book and my heart is still beating, but I can feel it shattering a little bit. Go girl, go! Sometimes I love an epilogue and sometimes I'm like, is it more heartbreak? What is it? I didn't expect that. How far in the future are we? I'll talk to you guys either way later in the day when I have my thoughts together or tomorrow. Ooh, super good, but holy crap, that's hot. Shall we start in the order that like I liked or the order that I read them in? Let's start just in the order I read them in. Tell me what you did. This book was a fun read, kept me on my toes until I made it towards like the halfway point, a little bit over the halfway point. And then I started predicting everything. This was a 3-star. And then I read Immortal Dart. This book was really fun, had me captured from the start, but then I started to get lost towards the end where the story was going. And there was no romance. I can't say anything because I don't read about books until I'm actually immersed in the book. I gave this one a 3.5 star, still beating. This book was so not what I expected, but it was so good. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, she's really gonna fall for the guy she hates, who is also her sister's fiance. The way the story went, I was blown away and I was like, of course he's gonna be the one. But this one was a 4-star. And here she is in all her glory. Here is the order of the books from liked to okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with me. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, comment down below a little pumpkin emoji. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.